Today's going to be a little fun with a tennis racket and tennis balls. You will need a tennis racket, you will need a ball, you don't need two. I have the extra one just in case one goes away. I have the extra one in my pocket. So pause the video and get your tennis racket, tennis ball. We're going to do this together today. All right, the first thing we're going to do together is work on bouncing that ball. Now you can hold the racket, I'm a lefty, you can hold the racket further out. It's a little harder to control. If you grip it a little higher, it becomes a little easier to control. So it's up to you on how you want to grip it. Go ahead and start bouncing that ball and then trying to hit it down. Don't hit it so hard that it bashes like that off the ground, but control it slow and low. Right in front of you. Go ahead if you haven't started. We're doing this together today. So we'll do this together. Keep going. Tennis is not a sport where we will switch the racket to the other hand. The racket always stays in one hand. So keep practicing this. If the tennis ball is going all over the place, no problem. Just control it, grab it. Don't try to hit it a few times, but control it, grab it, and start over. We will hit it a few times together in a moment. All right, so we're getting comfortable with our racket. You can move your grip up a little if you feel you need a little more control. But you don't want to hold it up by the strings. That's not where your grip goes. Still goes down towards the bottom. There's probably some padding down there for your hand. All right, catch that tennis ball and come look at the video. Now we are going to try to bounce it, almost dribble it like this. And we'll do this together again. Bend your knees a little, so if you need to chase it around, you can. But notice these small little hits. I'm not whacking it down, but they're small little hits. Go ahead and back up and do that with me. Remember, we're doing this together today. Do this with me. Gentle little hits. If it helps you to have it bounce a couple times before you hit it again, that's fine. If you need to catch it and start over like I just did, that's fine too, of course. But we're trying to get those bounces and keep it going with your racket. If you haven't started, of course, please start. Keep it up. Keep going. And if it needs to bounce a couple times again before you hit it, that's fine. All right, go ahead and catch that tennis ball. If you need to grab water, go ahead and grab it in between, not while I'm talking, but pause it after the exercise. Grab some water, come on back, and hear the next one. All right, now we're gonna move on, and please look at this video, to some toss, bounce, catch off that racket. Ooh, awesome. Off that racket, toss, bounce, catch. So it's controlled in front of you. Don't hit it hard like that. You want to control that tennis ball light, maybe a little bit above your head, but not even. It should be right in front of you. So go ahead and back up, start doing it. You don't have to pause the video, we're doing this together. So bounce it off that racket. Again, in tennis, we don't switch hands with the racket. The racket is always in your dominant hand. I'm a lefty, so it stays in my left hand. Most of you are righties, it'll stay in your right hand. So nice and easy in front of you. Keep your eye on the ball, watch it hit the racket. Watch it hit those strings, and then catch it back in that other hand. For me, it's my right. For most of you, it's your left. That's your catching hand. Keep going. Get balanced every time in between. All right, now if you want to try to hit it twice and then catch, go ahead. If you need a little bit of a challenge, try to get it twice and then catch it. If you're still working on one, that's perfectly fine. If you need a little bit of a challenge, 2 touches with your racket and then catch. And I'm doing that now if you want to see what it looks like. Whoops. I'm doing that now if you want to see what it looks like. Touch, touch, catch. If you want to stick with just touch, catch, that's perfectly fine too. There you go. Touch, touch, catch. Or if you're still working on just touch, catch, that's perfectly fine too. Whichever one you're working on. All right, go ahead and catch that tennis ball. Come back to the screen. If you want water, pause it now, then unpause it when you get back. All right, now we're going to move on to the end of this video. The last activity we're going to do is a free choice of activities, whatever we've already done today. Whether you want to do the bounce, hit, catch, whether you want to keep bouncing it on the ground, maybe you're going in the air. You can also switch in the middle of things. You can also, right now, if you want to keep it going off your racket, like this, where you just keep bouncing it, that's fine too. And it's going to be together again, so we're going to have a little free choice of tennis together. Again, it's controlled. Don't knock the tennis ball as hard as you can. It's controlled. Back up, go ahead, and we're doing this together. Whoops. So, any of the exercises you want, you can switch in the middle. You can switch what you're doing in the middle. So if you want to start with one, move to another. Move to a third. Keep going. Working on that hand-eye coordination. Woo! Small little touches. Don't chase the ball. If you notice you're chasing it, catch it and start over. All right, catch that tennis ball. Come on over. Great job today. All right, that's our video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time. Thanks for joining me. Stay active.